want something that you desire, and you're putting 100% effort every time you show up for work or practice or anything in this world that you do, and you're not getting paid the same or treated the same as the person that you're working next to if you're working just as hard as they are. But today I will be talking about why all college athletes should be getting paid and not just the ones handpicked. The purpose of many judges I will be talking about today are to get more people to support my reasoning or to, give me good feedback at least, or intel on why my thoughts is all college athletes should get paid equally, male and female. I want to address the reasons why college athletes should be getting paid and to point out that the college athletes shouldn't even just be by like the area that you live in. I think everybody should be treated as a family, just like how they preach one school, one family. And tell the pros and cons about the actions that can lead behind it, because it can be good. It's good things about it, but then there's bad things that can lead into paying every athlete in the school, and that would just put the world or university in more debt. And I'll get into that as the thing goes. No full ride. I titled that because not all full students, not all college athletes get full rides. Certain schools in certain areas in different states throughout the country get a good amount of scouts that come to schools, and it's a lot of schools that don't get that. I come from a school that don't get a lot of college scouts, so I'm relatable to this, and that's why I'm supporting, because I wish my school got good scouts so that me and the teammates that I play with, the great players that I play with in the last 4 or 5 years that played through my high school history, like that should have went D1 rather than the school down the street. They got better scouts and they was able to play D2, D1 athletes, on the next level. So I feel like it should be like equilateral or equality opportunity around. Non-qualifiers should be able to get paid, if not the same amount, if a little bit. I would say like 5% less. In the studies that it showed in an article that 5% less it should be 5% less than what a XFL, NIA, JUCO athlete would get paid. Spending for a living. All college athletes has to pay if they can't afford tuition. They have to live on their own in dorms. You have to live. You're an adult. You have to pay for your food. You have to do laundry. You have to make sure your hygiene is up to date, because you don't want to smell bad in around females or male or practice or just in general. You don't want to. You want to make sure you're up. You uptight. And you want to make sure you have something from head to toe, so that you're not just wearing the same clothes you wore 2 years ago or high school or 3 Christmases ago. Most people would say get a job. Not all people can get a job, work, and show up to practice, play for a game, study for a test, all in one setting. That's just impossible to do. So I feel like getting a job should be something that you don't have to choose sport. At that point, you have to choose between you want to work and go to school, or you want to pursue your dream and what sport you desire to play, or career path and school. Because you have to get through school to play sports. You have to get to school to get through life. You don't have When you get a job, you can choose to go to school. In my opinion, maybe people take it different, but that's just my opinion. Now, okay, working hard 25/8, 7 days out of the week. From my experience, football and basketball have been 7 days out of the week hard work. Other sports can agree, other people can agree to this, but football and basketball, I feel like, in my opinion, we 7 days out of the week, you're hard grinding, practice, games, practice, ice, practice, film, back is average for 3 months, 4 months, depending on how the season goes. That's how long you have to commit. You put your 100% commitment into that team, that family, and that school itself, because obviously the school wants you, the coaches and the organization wants you, the teammates. You're a great teammate, they love you. If you're a bad teammate, they don't. Vice versa. But on top of that, college athletes overall have the work ethic that's 10 times more than what a regular student just comes to school for and does. The counter argument, so like the other side that I looked up in an article recently was that college is not meant for students to learn. It is not meant for student athletes to get paid. School comes first before any extracurricular activities such as sports. If any athlete were to get injured where they were never play their sport again, they must realize that school must be their only focus. Most injured athletes that would not get better lose their scholarships. Okay, so my intake in that, my my reasoning behind that, and my credible source would say that not all athletes get injured. Now most people would say they tweak the ankle, they tweak this. I feel like it's about the dog in you. If you really want to push something, you will really push it. If people want to push this argument to get paid, they will push to this argument to get paid, and not settle for getting a vote or anything. They have to use their voice. And if people get injured, so what? They transfer. They will work to get back where they want to be, back on their feet, if they really should want to. In conclusion, all students who attend college are not always the best athletes and athletes themselves, or even financially stable for their college tuition. Money is another issue, but addressing the fact that college athletes beat their bodies down head to toe to be the best male or female athlete in the world, equality needs to be settled for all athletes and not just hand-picked athletes.